What made you cry recently? What's your light in the dark? What is the stupidest thing a large amount of people believe in? That Marilyn Manson had surgery to remove his own ribs to suck himself off. True or not, it still sounds cool. MLMs. I mean, giving the benefit of the doubt, it is hard to fully recognize it until you're like deep in it. We have blue blood, and it turns red when exposed to oxygen. Alright, I did believe that one. I'll be there in 5 minutes. You just can't let them know your next move, you know? You want to stay mysterious. We only use 10% of our brain. I don't know how this one started, but if anything, it sounded like they were just trying to make an insult, and then the person who got insulted thought, oh, whoa, cool fact. Scientology. Here's some homework. If you're in Scientology, go look up bad things about Scientology. That millionaire politicians will represent the working class. That we didn't go to the moon. You believe there's a moon? It's cheese. I thought that was just the bat signal without the Batman sign in it. That being in cold temperatures outdoors spontaneously causes illness. I mean, it could, but like, it's obviously not instant. I'm so glad we have brown cows. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any chocolate milk. QAnon. I have a theory that QAnon is funded by the nursing home industry. Make your boomer parents so awful to be around, you gladly send them to a nursing home instead of moving them in with the family and continuing generational wealth. You know, I didn't think that before, but now that you said it, I can kind of see that. Non-Americans, what do you think every American person has in their house? A switch that when you flick it, it turns your sink into a blender. A trash smoothie. Not every house has that. That's actually just if you want to prank your friends if they drop something down there and they think they're safe enough to grab it. Barbecue sauce. I have at least 5 varieties of barbecue sauce in my fridge at the moment, including 2 that are homemade. I actually don't know if I have barbecue sauce right now. Maybe Worcestershire, but this is the most wholesome I've felt about my country in a while. LOL. Yes, peanut butter, air conditioner, disposal in the sink. Nah, not every house has air conditioning, and that's a problem. Popcorn setting on their microwave. Yeah, I mean, I have that, but it's not like I use it because it's so unreliable. I'm so surprised with this whole top-loading washing machine answer. Why is this abnormal? Cereal. Yeah, we got cereal, but no milk. This thread is really making me question if European houses are just empty boxes with a singular bag of tea in them. Drywall. Lots of drywall. As an American, I was expecting guns, but ranch dressing hurt for some reason. Large quantities of over-the-counter drugs in huge bottles. Well, you gotta stay prepared. Plastic bags. Well, I don't want to just throw them away, and sometimes I run out of dog bags for my dog, so it's a nice backup. What has been the most destructive lie in human history? The lead in this gasoline is perfectly safe. Plastic is easily recyclable, so long as the public does their duty to sort it and bring it to its designated waste area. Yeah, once I found out there are different types of plastics that you can't necessarily recycle, I just kind of lost my mind. They are not us. Oxycontin isn't addictive. Oh, how I love Big Pharma. That was a joke, by the way. Sugar isn't the problem, it's fats. Let's make everything fat-free and just triple the sugar content. I have read and agree to the terms of use. Fat is the source of all evil, while sugar is just fine. Having lived in America all my life, I'm not really sure if I've tasted what real food is. Politicians are looking out for your best interests. Ha! Yeah, I'm sure they are. Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. If they really did, then why would they have done what they did in September? Like, come on. That there is one true religion, and everyone should convert to it, or die. Look, I respect everyone's beliefs, but don't just shove it down my throat, you know? I'm going out for milk and cigarettes. I'll be back in an hour. Dad, look, maybe he just doesn't know what an hour really is. I mean, American education is not great. What is something people brag about that they shouldn't? How little they sleep. Especially back when I was in school, people made it like a one-up contest of like, oh, I only got 4 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah, well, I only got 1 hour of sleep, and then I had to do homework. Oh yeah, well, I didn't sleep. I never sleep.
Not taking PTO on their jobs. It's kind of sad in my opinion. Yeah, that's literally wasting free money days. Like you could just have the day off and get paid. How trash they get every day/weekend. The only time I'm impressed is if they never have a hangover, then I'm like, how do you do it? Please tell me.
dummy.
People who watch gore? Why? Pure curiosity is the only answer, TBH. Morbid curiosity. Morbius? It makes me value being alive. Sounds deep, but when all you have is intrusive thoughts about death, seeing it almost grounds you, at least for a little while anyway. Saw it way too young on Rotten.com and SteakandCheese.com. Now I gotta scratch the itch. No, you don't. You do not need to scratch that itch. TBH, I just like grossing myself out and seeing how much I can watch before getting sick. Alright, weirdo. It's a weird cycle of wondering if I'm a horrible person, seeking it, finding it, being grossed out, and confirming that I am not sick. Then it repeats. I had tumultuous childhood of traumatic bullying, which led to a gore-filled imagination, and I lost my parents when I was young, but I think I've recovered from the past trauma. I'm sorry, gore-filled imagination? Do you mind elaborating? To strengthen my stomach. There's better ways to do that. You get to see the parts of the human body without having to look through a whole entire anatomy. Fast learning from my perspective. When did the hurt begin? What mythical creature/cryptid has the most evidence of actually existing? Could swear I saw a jackalope the other day in SoCal. I didn't know those were like cryptids. I thought those were just an animal. Giant squids used to have a somewhat mythical status, so anything deep sea based? Considering we haven't been able to explore the entirety of our ocean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're down there. People have observed coyotes walking upright on their hind legs. It isn't understood why, possibly a response to feeling threatened. Coyote is one of the most common and important figures in indigenous mythologies of Western North America, where he frequently appears as a transformer and/or trickster deity. Can we do went from is to was in human history? If so, I'm going the bunyip of Australia. Several traditional descriptions of it basically describe a species of giant wombat that coexisted with the Aborigines for a while. The length of their cultural memory is incredible. Jackalope, because there are some rabbits that have a disease that causes horn-like growths on their head. My granddad from Malta swears he has seen a giant squid with his own eyes. When he was younger living in Malta, he went swimming with his brother in the ocean, and as he dunked below the water at sunset, he saw an eye as big as a dinner plate staring back at him. He said it was the most frightened he has ever been in his life. His brother saw it as well. If I saw that in real life, I probably would have inked myself, if you know what I mean. I would have pooped my pants. And what is the most overrated artist/band in your opinion? I'm surprised people didn't say DJ Khaled, but him for me. Is he even an artist? Like, is he a producer? I don't know what he does. Did someone say DJ Khaled? Yeah, DJ Khaled. Drake. He's just a little fruity. Give him a break. Maroon 5. Yeah, I can't see Levine coming back from those DMs. That band with Jared Leto. And Jared Leto. I'm sorry, there's a band that Jared Leto was in? Machine Gun Kelly. I'm glad I haven't heard about him in a good while, but Jesus, man. Kiss. Still off the top of my head, I cannot name a single Kiss song. Pablo Picasso. His paintings just look weird to me. Well, art is open to interpretation, but I think he was also a guy, so yeah, fair enough. Drake. OMFG. I never understood why anyone actually likes his music. Literally every single song I've heard from him other than Forever is complete. I'm assuming you mean music, so Beyonce. Not that she's a bad singer by any means, but a lot of her songs are repetitive in a could you maybe have added an extra verse or two to mix it up way? Like instead of singing, if you liked it you should have put a wrong on it 18 times in a row, come up with just a rhyme or two? Ooh, you almost had a point there, but you typoed, so Queen Bee reigns. Olivia Rodrigo has like the most boring songs ever. I really don't understand. Yeah, she clearly has talent, but the music she made isn't groundbreaking or unique. Justin Bieber. The media loves him, but most people in my family hate him. Is this entire comment thread stuck in 2011? Ed Sheeran. I've seen a lot of acts like his in my time. Some of them have been absolutely incredible. Sadly, many never get signed, and even more just stop performing altogether. Ed got lucky. That's all. What scares the living shit out of you? Becoming schizophrenic or getting dementia/Alzheimer's. No longer being able to trust my POV, or even worse, not knowing that I can't trust it. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. You see, now that's the reason I dropped out of college. When a big bug you're observing opens its shell to reveal wings, fucking run. Yeah, it's definitely on a danger course straight to your eyes, so get out of there. Deep ocean. We haven't explored a vast chunk of it and still have managed to find scary as hell fish. As fascinated as I am by the ocean, you won't catch me going near it. I'ma die one day, but this Reddit comment won't. Well, unless we have nuclear fallout, then the internet's gone. Making people uncomfortable or coming off as rude or creepy. I go as far as actively avoiding social interaction with people because of this. It's not good and I'm trying to work on it, but honestly, I don't know how to actually fix it. You and me both, sister. I wish I knew. We need to talk. That's one sentence that'll just instantly give you anxiety because you don't know what it's gonna be about. Could be bad, could be good. You never know. Flying cockroach.
Ugh, God, oh, no, I don't like that.
Knowing that this is all temporary. I mean, there's two ways to look at that, because if everything's temporary, then everything is fine. Nothing matters, so just live your life. World, what pisses you off about Canada? For me personally, they're hoarding all the poutine and I'm very hungry. 50% of the name is the letter A, and that just isn't fair to the other letters. Edit, I've heard the C-A-N-A joke like 5 times now. Dear Canada, please come get your damn geese. Love, America. Expensive mobile plans. Are they that much worse in Canada? I mean, I'm already paying too much. Their beady little eyes and their flapping heads so full of lies. My state's been trying to give Canada a high five for years, and they just leave us hanging. This post is dominated by Canadians complaining about Canada more than it is the people around the world. Look for the answer saying Toronto, and you've found a Canadian. Pepper spray for self-defense purposes is illegal. I will never get over that. WTF? It does sound weird, but at the same time, pepper spray is really evil. Their poutine recipes are making me fat. You can't just eat a little poutine. That is delicious. F you and your amazingly delicious fries for making me this way. Signed, your neighbor to the south. See, this guy gets it, and it's so dangerous because it's so good. Its location. Why's it gotta be that far away from me? All those hosers. Cultural genocide of its indigenous peoples. It's honestly a little insulting that media doesn't cover this. Like, American media isn't showing it. I've only seen it barely on Twitter. What profession has the worst people? Working at a scam call center. You have to be a certain type of asshole to work at one of those places. Televangelist. MLM without a physical product. It really is the perfect scam. Payday loan owners and employees. Scum of the earth preying on the needy. Paparazzi. I still never understood the job of paparazzi other than just harass celebrities. Surgeons. Egomaniac assholes. I'm an MD. When therapists or social workers are good, they're great. When they're shit, it's beyond fucking terrible. In my experience with therapists, it seems to be a mixed bag of people who genuinely want to help people and complete sociopathic narcissists who want to demean and control. Also musicians. Conclusion? People are the worst. Yeah, that really does sum it up. Gamers, what video game hit you the hardest? I had Pac-Man arcade machine fall on me once. That one hit pretty hard. Red Dead Redemption 2. A video game has never got me in the feelers like that one did. I was not ready for what Mass Effect did to me. Titanfall 2. I didn't really like the multiplayer mode, but the story was amazing. The relationship with BT and Jack Cooper was beautiful, and the ending made me cry. To the Moon. Yes, 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 100 times yes. This game, it ruined me. It's so cute. Please go play it. Has to be either Halo Reach or Titanfall 2. Unfortunately, I was not a Microsoft kid, so I never really got to experience Halo the way other people did, so oops. What is something illegal that you do frequently? I wondered how police were working from home. Police furiously screen capping. Come on, y'all, you're just telling on yourselves. I downloaded a car. You wouldn't. Feed random meters downtown that are expired. I also like to play Meter Fairy. I don't understand why that's illegal. You're just being a nice person. Pirate TV shows and movies. I don't know why it's illegal, but I've seen Pirates of the Caribbean, Hook, and a few others. Watch anime/movies/TV shows on illegal sites. I recently started acquiring toilet paper from work. A weekly bonus, if you will. Nice try, FBI. You will never get my secrets. What's the most frequently recurring theme in your dreams? Running away/trying to hide from someone or something. It's pretty much the only type of dream I've had since childhood. My teeth falling out. I've never had one of those dreams personally, but that does sound horrifying. I gotta get to the math class that I never attended all semester for some oversight, and the final exam is today. And because I never attended the class, I'm not sure where the rooms is, and I'm trying to go faster, but it's like the faster I run, the slower I go. Also the same thing, but with planes. Inability to use my cell phone despite it being in my hand, powered up and interactive. It's incredibly frustrating, and I don't remember it ever happening to me IRL. I lived in my childhood home from birth until high school was over. Every time I have a dream when I'm at home, it's always my childhood home. Never at any home I lived after. I'm 29 now. I always dream that I'm on a ship or a boat with people I know or I don't know, but it's always about finding some exit, and I relate these dreams to my jail time. 7 skinny cows eating 7 healthy cows. Yeah, I had truthfully no idea what that's supposed to mean. What's the game you've put 1,000 hours into? I mean, off the top of my head, probably Minecraft, but that's mostly just from leaving it open for hours, so I don't know. Civ, just one more turn. No, that's the trap. You play one more turn and then you have to play 6 more because then you can get your new research finished and oh god, you'll never finish. Minecraft. I feel like that would be majority of people. Old school RuneScape, Destiny 2, Overwatch, Elder Scrolls Online. Are MMORPGs technically cheating? Because sometimes there are like time limit quests, so I don't know. The Sims. RuneScape. Rocket League. Personally, I don't think I could ever spend that much time in that game because god, I can't drive. Solitaire. Ah, you're going with the classics, I see. Easily more than 1,000 plus hours. League of Legends. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Do you want to talk about it? Red Dead Redemption 2. While I haven't played it, the world is really nice to look at, so I can imagine myself getting lost walking around. What's the best insult you know that has no swearing? Best one I've seen was in an old Reddit thread. You have the social skills of a wasp at a picnic. Ooh, ow. I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you. I don't get it. I take it you weren't burdened with an overabundance of schooling. Stolen from Firefly. My favorite from Shakespeare. I would challenge you to a battle of wits, but I see you are unarmed. I envy people who have never met you. Or, I'm surprised natural selection hasn't poached people like you out of existence yet. I don't have the time or the crayons to explain this to you. If you were half as smart as you thought you were, you'd be smarter than I think you are. Sharp as a marble, that one is. You have a face for radio. Yeah, I've been told that a couple times. Thank you for your input. Then change the subject. What's the most useful psychological trick you know of? Stare at a crying toddler in public until the toddler sees you, and they immediately stop crying most of the time. The 5-minute trial, when you're having trouble getting started on things. Tell yourself that you'll try cleaning or whatever you're putting off for 5 minutes, and if you still don't feel like doing after that, you're off the hook. Usually once I start, I can power through though. I never actually thought to try that, but that does sound helpful. Learn to be a good listener and always ask questions. Most people only like hearing themselves talk. Listening more than you speak will always give you the upper hand, and when you ask people questions, they think you are interested in what they're saying. You can get far in life by listening to what people have to say without saying much about yourself. When you are about to cry in public, in front of someone you don't want to cry in front of, start doing math in your head. It focuses your brain on the math and not the emotions of the situation. No, that'll just make me start crying because I'll think of a math problem I can't solve and then I'll just start getting sad. Jump around and exclaim positive affirmations like a Baptist preacher. It can help motivate you and get you energized. Oh, I want to eat some cookies, but I resisted the devilish call of those Oreos, those Chips Ahoys, those Keebler elves. I basked in the warmth and light of nature's candy. Fruit! This is effing hilarious and I'm going to start doing it, if even just for the lols it provides. I've learned teaching at a taekwondo in a studio with little kids that kids don't like to be told no. So instead of asking if a kid wants to do their form, for example, I'd ask them if they wanted me or someone else to count their form for them, giving them the illusion of choice and saves me a crying 5-year-old kicking my shins. What are the advantages of being ugly? Nobody bothers you. Let me ask my brother. Ooh, didn't have to do him like that. You can drink in peace at the bar. That's a little sad when you think about it. When someone is nice to you, you're sure they are for real nice. Your pics aren't used to catfish/scam others. A little strange, but a win is a win. You can concentrate on your career. Right, unless you're ugly and stupid. Like me. If a woman acts interested in you romantically, you know for sure that it is because of your money. Not gonna lie, they had us in the first half. GIF. Yeah, not the direction I thought you were going with that. I ain't giving away my secrets. If you are a heavy introvert, being left the alone. People generally tend to bother you less often. If someone loves you, they really do love you. What's an annoying thing that people base their entire personalities around? Being rude to people for being excited about their hobbies, horoscopes, and what their sign is. Ugh, that's such a Capricorn thing to say. I'm not an asshole. I'm just more honest than other people, and they can't handle that. Yeah, no, you're just a mean person. Their dependence on coffee. Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee, and I'm all out of coffee, so never speak to me. Being a stoner. It's more so the culture around it that really just puts me off. CrossFit. In our Lord's year of 2022, I still do not know what CrossFit is. Knowing everything about celebrities. It's rubbish. There are definitely better ways to spend your time. Driving a Tesla. Driving a Tesla isn't inherently bad, but if you're an Elon apologist, then yeah. Jeep people are weird. Like, really weird. They're banging their cars, for sure. What movie is good but not rewatchable? Marley and Me. Still haven't seen it, and no, you can't make me. I worked at Blockbuster when the 2003/04-ish movie Crash came out. Whenever anyone wanted my opinion, I said, it's a really good movie. I never want to see it again. And never have. Schindler's List. I think there is some inherent value to rewatching it. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Very good, just incredibly sad. A Beautiful Mind. Good performance, but I never want to watch it again. Edit, clarification. $1 Million Baby. Probably the best movie I never want to see again. Hereditary. It's not just that it's scary, it's because it's so oppressive. The dread and the heartbreak is too much. However, I might be able to watch it with a group of first-time viewers just to see their reactions. The Sixth Sense. It doesn't hit the same emotional chords when you know what the twist is. I still haven't watched it because I know what the twist is. A bunch of movies spoiled it for years. What's something people say that you hate? When I lived in South Carolina, everyone kept saying, no good deed goes unpunished, and it always annoyed me. Everything happens for a reason. Yes. Physics. Pacific. When trying to say specific. Triggered. This. Snowflake. Let that sink in. Unprecedented times. So many more. This. Slammed. Unprecedented. Drawing. I can see that being a little annoying. But he's young. Like, I don't give a f***. He poured water all over my new Nintendo 3DS. I hate the term, just some food for thought. No idea why, it just makes me so mad. What fan base is really toxic? Honestly, Redditors. It's a bad place for your mental if you forget that it's a minority. K-pop. My theory is that idols can't have GFs because the fans would actually go so far they would harass the girls or even physically hurt them or kill them. But they are toxic overall. They are so obsessed, like wearing a blindfold. If you say you think those babyface puppets are ugly or not hot, they could scream so loud your ears start to bleed and rip off your face. It's crazy. OnlyFans TikTok. Is that like a fandom? Kanye West. He is showing signs of mental illness and decline, and the fans think what he is doing is normal. It's really annoying watching people just try and wipe off his anti-Semitism by just saying, oh, but he makes such good music though. The Bible. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that book club. They get a little intense for me. QAnon. My theory is that QAnon is just an ARG that somehow older people manage to decipher and they just believe it. Toxic Avengers fans. For f***'s sake, they're insufferable. Taylor Swift. They're bullies and she doesn't do anything to stop them. I agree, but at the same time, I don't know what she can necessarily do other than say, hey, don't be mean. F***ing Dave. Who is Dave? Am I out of the loop? Using only food? Where are you from? Maple syrup. Canada. Bitterballin'. Oh god, I think I know where that's from, but it's not clicking with me. Poutine. Oh, I guess we're back in Canada. I'ma keep this short. Extreme amounts of sugar. America. Pizza. Fellow Italian. Tiramisu. Oh no, I think the first person was saying New York. Fish and chips. UK. Flag sound. I can't. Haggis. Scotland. Black pudding. Oh, that's another UK thing, and oh god, that's not even pudding, it's meat. Oh, Swedish meatballs. IKEA. That is the only place you can get them. Fairy bread. Australia or New Zealand. Again, with these made-up countries, what are people talking about? Steak Gatsby. South Africa? Pavlova. Australia or New Zealand. No matter how many fake words you come up with, I'm not gonna believe you. Corned beef. Is that Ireland, maybe? Vegemite. Listen, I'm just saying, I've never seen a bottle for myself, so it doesn't exist. What's the best thing you've watched on Netflix? For me, I think it's probably Probably Maniac, the series with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. It's just got such a cool aesthetic. Black Mirror, definitely a good pick. It's got a lot of variety to it. Peaky Blinders, I've heard it's pretty good. I just haven't given it a shot. Breaking Bad, the original Netflix binge fest and still so good. Probably one of the better gets that Netflix grabbed. Can't believe I haven't seen anyone mention Maniac. Fantastic miniseries. Now this guy, he knows what he's talking about. BoJack Horseman is incredible. One of these days I'll get to it. Breaking Bad. I wonder how many people's first experience of Breaking Bad was only on Netflix and not through cable TV. Stranger Things, Sex Education, Dark, Orange is the New Black, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul. Maniac with Emma Stone and Jonah Hill. Alright, so people do have taste here. BoJack Horseman. Heartbreak High is pretty good. The representation is almost perfect. The layout for the episodes is really good. What is the best response to a middle finger? Wave to them. Guaranteed to piss them off even more. Lean forward and bite it. No reaction, because they are likely angry and want attention. Ignore them. Look as if they were transparent and move on. They are looking for a reaction, and the best thing to do is not to give them one. Giving them a thumbs down. 2 middle fingers. A second finger really just adds to the damage multiplier. Is that your age or your IQ? This one only works if you're like face to face with them. Pulling my dick out. That's a scary one if you're in public. What is the funniest scene ever in a movie that wasn't a comedy? In The Wicker Man, when Nick Cage is in a bear suit and he beats up an older lady. The image of that is so funny. In Titanic, when the passenger falls off the stern and smacks into the propeller on the way down, the sound effect was hilarious. Just how violently he spins after hitting, too, is, I don't know, it's something about it. It has comedy elements, but not a comedy, so I think it counts. The scene in Django where the Klan can't see through their hoods. Definitely a 10 out of 10 scene. In Pulp Fiction, where Vincent accidentally shoots Marvin in the face. Every time I watch it, I watch where his finger is, and that's not how you hold a gun. Blair Witch Project, when they find Josh's tongue. Solely because when I originally saw it at the cinema, somebody called out, "It's Josh's penis!" And from that point on, it's all I can think of in that scene. Friday the 13th Part 7, the sleeping bag kill. Me and a buddy of mine died laughing in the theater. It was packed that night and everyone else was screaming. Good times. In Jurassic Park, when the bathroom walls collapse and the lawyer is just sitting there on the shitter and then gets violently eaten by the T-Rex. I think they wrote that to be a little comedic. What's your light in the dark? My cat. I'm definitely not a cat person, but there is something about them. The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Oh yeah, it's definitely something that kind of keeps me going because I need to see what happens. Music. A flashlight. Okay, smart guy. Steak. I f***ing love steak. r/contagious laughter. It's very strange the way that some people's laughs are just so infectious. I take a look at my enormous I know what you're referencing. Smelling my own farts. Alright, whatever works for you, I guess. What made you cry recently? Money. The lack of it, that is. Remembering my childhood dogs who passed away this year. I got them when I was 12. One passed in February and the other in July, and it still hurts. I'm deeply sorry for your loss. I know I will be in shambles when mine passes. Life. Yeah, that'll do it. Recently moved on my own, and I'm learning to cook. I hate cutting onions because instantly my eyes tear up and it lasts for like 10 minutes. That one's a technicality, but yeah, that did make you cry. I stubbed my toe. Okay, but how hard? His theme. Whose theme? My tear ducts. Okay, smarty pants. What? Get this guy out of here. My bank account. Oh, see, that's the trick. You just don't look at it, and if you go negative, you'll never know. Nothing. I am incapable of showing emotions. You and me both, brother. Let's go. Whoa. Pure exhaustion. I never really thought about it before, but yeah, I can see that making you break down. Well, I'm gonna go squish my dog's face for a while to cheer myself up, so I'll see you guys in another one. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brandon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!